Welcome back to Grand Tactician, the Civil War, and welcome to Worms and Warriors. We are here on the battlefield. We've got Samuel R. Curtis, who's about to engage our army under Sterling Price. We're quite outnumbered here. It is a defensive situation, but that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. We're going to form up, and we'll see how this goes. This is episode 12 of this Confederate playthrough, the CSA campaign we've got going on. We started back in 1861, that's July the 8th, 1861, and it's now May the 28th, 1862. So we're coming up for about a full year in game. Things are going, it's been a mixed bag to be honest. We've had a few setbacks, but I feel like we've got the upper hand just about now. But this is an important battle here in Missouri, southwest Missouri at Springfield. And we're going to have Curtis's army, which, like I say, outnumbers it substantially. 24,000 men to 16,000. Our morale is nearly the same as the federal morale. The federal morale there, as you can see, is 66.6. So let's hope the devil's not on their side. But anyway, we're sitting on 64.9 morale there on 66.6. And I'll set our guys up. They're going to come down the wire road. We fought on this battlefield many times, not so much in this campaign, but in previous campaigns. We'll set up a defensive line and we'll see what they do. I suspect they're going to pull straight across the bridge, but they may well come with a little flanking force, and we can't really deploy over there. Let's get out of this HQ view and have a quick look. So we've got some nice hills. I think maybe what we'll do, we'll send a brigade over here to cover this crossing, and we'll deploy our main force right here with some guns in support. It would be nice if we could deploy it on this ridge, but it's just not going to happen, and that's a little annoying. So we've got Daniel H. Hill with his division of 5,900 men with 8 guns in support. Then we've got Rains' division, 7,900 men, backed up by Blanchford and his cavalry brigade there. We also have Gustavus Smith with his artillery division, which is all 12-pound smoothbores, which, you know, is not usually how I have my artillery divisions, but I think it's still handy having these guys divisioned rather than separately. I'm not sure what sort of shots we're going to be getting. I mean, it looks pretty poor, to be honest. No range over there. Not entirely sure why we can't hit here. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. There's nothing at all in the way. We are on a hill. This is down. This is all further down than we are. It's absolutely clear, but for some reason, it doesn't get us any range over this side. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. But anyway, so what we're going to do here, Hill's division has got Parsons and Reynolds. Both those guys are armed with Enfield rifle muskets, which are obviously good weapons, and they're backed up with the 24-pound howitzers. So maybe what I'm going to do, I'll move Smith's artillery here, and we'll pull them across, so they're kind of on the top of this ridge, and it'll give them a nice dominating firing position, where we should be able to hit both these crossing points. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. For now, Rains' division is going to take up the main defensive post, except for Huger's. Or Hughie. I don't know if he's any relation to the other Hughie in game, but we'll call him Huger for now. Colonel Frank Huger. I'm going to put him here, and he's going to march across, and they're going to set up defenses right there. Our main forces are going to stay here. We're going to cover the crossing. We're going to cover the crossing with these 3 brigades, so we're going to build some parapets just about here. And we'll take it from there. I'll do that, and I'll cut back in when I'm done. Okay, so there we go then. So we're set up here. We've got Robertson and Little's brigades on the parapets here. We've done a little upgrade. I mean, that's all it could fit on. But that's fine. I've also stuck this small brigade here, the 2nd Texas Volunteers. I don't think we've got any... Actually, just before I go on here, I don't think we've got any viewer-requested units in this army. No, we have not. Okay, so we've got some Texas Volunteers. I'll point out some viewer-requested units as we go through the battles coming up if anyone's interested. I've recruited most of them. Maybe I haven't gotten everyone. There's been so many comments. It's been difficult to keep on top of. Like I said before, it can be a bit of a nightmare on YouTube to keep on top of your comments. And if you've requested a unit that's not there, drop me another line and just give me a little nudge, and I'll stick it in the next unit in the next episode for sure. Alright, so anyway, we're set up here. We've got the small brigade over here, the 2nd Texas Volunteers. So I'm just going to watch this crossing. I've deployed Reynolds with his brigade just here so he can support this side, or he can pump across and help on this flank. The 24-pound howitzers are positioned just behind this area, so we can also turn them to give fire on this crossing should we need to. And then we've also got Parsons with his Enfield rifle musket armed troops just behind this parapet. But again, he can position anywhere else he needs to go. We can go this way if the main attack's going to come that way. We'll play it by ear. There's nothing set in stone here. But we're going to have to first is Hugo with his 3rd Texas Volunteers. They're going to have to power across here, and we'll set up and try and construct some breastworks until we get everything sorted. So let's get started. It's 7:21 a.m. Yes, so if need be, Parsons can support over here, as can Reynolds. And if there's no attack coming here, we'll pull them off this crossing point. It's going to be a tough fight for Price here. That's without a doubt. We want tough fights, though. I mean, it's what it's all about, this game. Okay, hang on. Let's just slow it down a moment. So Hugo and his Texas Vols are in place. Let's get him to construct some breastworks right here. Give them a little bit of cover in case the enemy do push here. Like I say, I don't know if they will, but I'd rather have some guys here and be careful. Although, can they cross there as well? Yeah, they can also cross there. I mean, if they come over this way, we're going to have to reposition everyone, basically, and form another defensive line. But, you know, we'll have to wait and see, because nothing is certain. The AI with this 1.07 update has improved. Although, in the last couple of battles, he hasn't been amazing. Now, I don't want to jinx this in any way, shape, or form, but he has not been great at the last few battles. And this as well, this bugs me. Okay, so I've ordered this artillery division to move, but they haven't limbered their artillery up, so it's taking them forever to go. They're basically pushing it through the trees and whatnot. Whereas really, they should just limber up and unlimber when they get there. At least that's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. We can see dust kicking up by the Union movement, so they're coming down the wire road. The question is, which crossing point will they go to? And that's going to determine where we go. William R. Scurry with his 12-pound iron Napoleons. And then we've got Jones with standard 12. Oh, here we go. So he is coming for this section right here. Okay, so let's get Parsons across there right from the start. It is, of course, not the news we wanted that he came to this crossing. But it's news we'll take because, you know, you just have to deal with what you dealt. Let's hope he takes a bit of time and lets his troops arrive so he can get formed up. Right, so Parsons is on the march at least. And so is Reynolds, actually, so it hopefully will be okay. There's more troops coming, so I mean, although it looks like he's streaming down this way. So it's possible he's going to throw everything he's got at this crossing point. They are still constructing the breastworks. Our guns are opening up, aren't they? Good. Any casualties we can cause at range, I'm happy to do. And of course, we still have these 900 men on the far right, which can also move out. And it is possible he's still going to push this flank. I mean, we can always move our guys back across if need be. We've got a nice road to run along here, so it's, you know, it should be fairly straightforward to reinforce the different areas. But we do have 2 decent brigades protected here, behind parapets. Felix Robertson with 1,600 men armed with Springfield rifle muskets. And Little with his experienced brigade armed with Rebow muskets. Felix Robertson's guys is their first battle. Which, as always, is something to keep an eye on. The 1st Cavalry's already suffering with some morale shocks here from getting blasted by all these guns. Which is, of course, Gustavus Smith and his 41 Napoleons, which are causing some problems there. Parsons is almost in place, and this parapet is either almost constructed or fully constructed now. They've also come under fire from the 24-pound howitzer, so it's all going on there for these guys. 50 casualties for the 1st Cavalry. Disordered. Okay, so they're pushing infantry down here, but I mean, I don't know where they're going to strike. They're broken just with artillery fire. Excellent, 60 casualties. It was probably their first fight. If they all march this way, they're all going to have to walk this gauntlet and getting blasted by the artillery, which, you know, that suits me just fine. I'm happy to kill people at range or close up. It's going to make things, hopefully, slightly more easy for us. We do, like I say, they do have the numbers, almost 10,000 on us, and this is an important place we're fighting at. So we're hitting the infantry as they're coming. Artillery's moving up now, which should probably going to start causing us some issues. Alright, so I think they're not going to press this with a full attack, so I'm going to move past this back across. Sorry, mate. Sorry to mess you about. Here they come, actually, they're going to force this crossing as well. So it's possible they're going to attack both places at once, which makes perfect sense, of course. He's starting to take losses there in their march. Sure why we aren't firing. I'd really like it if they would just hit the artillery here, because they're going to cause havoc because they're very close in. You're starting to take some casualties. I get the feeling they're not going to attack here. I'm going to move these guys away. It's a little risk, but I feel it might be worthwhile. Or we move them across and put them in a flanking position. Let's keep them there for now. They're still trying to force this crossing. We are starting to take losses in the guns because their counter battery fire is always very effective, whereas we are not having any effect with ours, I don't think. We sent them back there, that 2nd Brigade, 250 casualties for those guys. No. No. This is just bullshit. They do this all the time. Like, why would you advance out of the positions? And now you're going to get flanked, and now you're going to start taking casualties. And it's like this. It absolutely boils my piss, this shit. It breaks the realism of it. It breaks immersion in the game. Honestly, it really annoys me. I know no game's perfect, but this, like, why would... As if any unit would come out of the defensive position that they're holding when there's still enemies crossing. No. Just no. You don't have to be a military genius to know that isn't how it works. Now, why? Let's get some fire, come on. That's the 1st Cavalry. I think they've reformed, unless we've got 2 units called the 1st Cavalry, which is... Yeah, they definitely have, but there's another one. Okay. Okay, so the cavalry's broken. They're still going to push on, though. Parsons and his guys are moving in position as well. They're going to cause these guys all sorts of issues. Robertson's lost 60 men, but you know they're doing a good job here, holding firm. Some spazzing out going on. This shouldn't be happening with a game that's been in development for so long and has a full release. I mean, this happens all the time. I don't want to shit on the game or anything, but it does have problems still. Powell's coming across. A few casualties for Hugo, 130 odd, but I mean we're holding this crossing. They're having a hard time getting across it under heavy artillery fire and heavy infantry fire, of course. That 2nd Brigade there giving us the most issues. It's not over yet though. I mean, the amount of troops they've got here, they could well still force this crossing. And it being Hugo's first fight as well, you know. We'll see how it goes. I am feeling fairly confident though. A few casualties for Reynolds now as well. Holding nice and firm over here. Long range fire from Parsons. We're getting a little closer. See if we can be a bit more effective. Cavalry coming across. These larger cavalry divisions and brigades are now pretty dangerous. They can charge in and do a lot of damage, but he's dismounted his men in the middle of this fort. Hugo coming up for 200 casualties, but we're doing fine. We're holding firm. We've got good weapons as well, which is really helping. him back. I don't want him pursuing over the river. At least not yet. Yeah, now we can. Let's get Parsons over there. Let's get Little over there. And let's press these guys. We're going to hit these dudes in the flank. I think they're actually pulling out. Which makes perfect sense. Yeah, they're broken. We're out. It's done. Some of our boys in pursuit. Casually strewn around this fort. It was an absolute hell crossing for them. Nice job from Hugo and the 2nd Texas Volunteers. Awesome job, actually. Could really do with capturing some good weapons as well. Not that I think we will, but it'd be nice if we did. The 1st Brigade still fighting, holding off the advance. Minor victory, okay. Almost 4,000 casualties for them. They lost all their guns. We lost 500 men. This is what I was saying about the AI. They started off really tough in this campaign, and now they're kind of back to where they were pre 1.07. I mean, this wasn't maybe not a fair test because it was a difficult crossing that, but still, 4,000 casualties to our 550. I don't know. Things seem to have swung back to pre 1.07, and that's quite annoying. So we've held our own here down in southwest Missouri, at least for the time being. The Union do have a lot of troops in Missouri, as they always seem to pack Missouri with troops when I play this game. They really do. It doesn't even matter if I'm the Union or the CSA. It's always the opponent always seems to pack Missouri full of troops, like as in tens and tens of thousands. In a campaign just gone when I was the Confederacy, the main theatre was Missouri, and we had armies of over 100,000 facing off against each other. Mental. So this was a nice victory, okay. So let's go back to the campaign for a bit. Let's have a quick read of this. We lost 558 men, 67 killed, 69 missing, rest wounded, morale's determined, supply situation mediocre. We're captured almost 2,000 rifles and 13 guns. They suffered quite a lot of casualties here, but we had to release our prisoners. We haven't got a jail, a POW camp. It's too expensive. I really don't want one. And it only gives you 1,000 capacity, which is nothing. So one of the issues we've had in the campaign has been state support, okay? And state support Oh, yes. Did I send Van Dorn to take St. Louis? I can't remember. I think we tried to take St. Louis, and then this army moved across. It's been 3 or 4 days since I played this campaign. Anyway, Van Dorn is on the march here. Yeah, so what I was saying is the state support. Let's have a quick look at state support. And I was saying what the heck's going on with state support. And it's dropping and dropping. What can I do about it? Now, people have mentioned, well, you've missed propaganda in the project. And yeah, I did actually miss propaganda in the project, but it's not ready yet. It's very expensive, and some of the guys in the comments have mentioned that this actually only increases support very, very slightly. But it's still one I think I'm going to go with. It's the politic funding. We've done 3.7 million. We only need 5 million. So once that's done, we'll stick one into propaganda and see what that does. Hopefully, it'll make a difference, but I'm not convinced that it will. I mean, it'll make a little difference, obviously. Don't get us wrong, but I don't know if it'll make a huge difference. Our national morale is on 100, and if you're new here, then we did take Washington, actually. I don't know if they've taken it back yet. I can't remember. No, they haven't taken Washington back yet, either. I'm sure they will at some point very, very soon. I basically just did it because I wanted to pull these armies back. Okay, so what do we got going on? We've got the Virginia HQ, which is on the march to take Fort Monroe. We've got the Baton Rouge boys. This is a viewer unit. I was just talking about that. So these guys are going to lose their first combat debuff. Even if they lose that battle at Fort Monroe, it really doesn't matter. None of these guys will suffer from that other than a handful of casualties, but they lose their first combat problem. We've got the 16th Volunteer Infantry. Who else have we got? Some other guys, just normal units, not viewer units, but that's okay. So that's support. Anyway, we're going to work on that. Let's see, where else are the... We've got a whole bunch of viewer units. We've got the 1st CSA Marine Brigade. They did a really nice job in their first combat. Actually, that was a really good fight. And they held the line in a very important section. Yeah, we've got Brambra's 7th South Carolina Volunteers under Greer. We've got Graham's Legion. They've just finished recruiting here under Donaldson, so we're going to get these guys shipped out to one of the units. Mixed muskets, see if I've got something better for those guys. Springfield muskets. It'll have to be Springfield muskets for now, I'm afraid, for the Robert F. Graham, Graham's Legion. I'll have to get some better weapons when we get some more, when some more arrive. We've also got the 213 Regulators. Mixed cav weapons, I'm afraid, for those guys. We've got nothing on the cavalry front. It's something I'll work on next. We're going to get some cavalry weapons. Okay, so that's 2 units that are going to go out to their fighting commands. So who else have we got here? We're in the Army of Tennessee. Let's have a look. We've got the 1st Georgia Regulars. They did a nice job as well under John B. Gordon in their first battle. It was a tough fight. Lost a few men, but inflicted 99 casualties and carried out an important flanking maneuver, so that was awesome. I'm sure there's more, but there's been quite a few, and I really don't remember them all. I've got a terrible memory, by the way. Just it's nothing personal or anything like that. I just have a really terrible memory. Oh yeah, and this is our regulars force. So this is Army of Virginia under Cooper and Tolliver. These guys are still recruiting. 29 days for those guys, give or take. You know, a mixed bag, but up to about 29 days. But this is these guys are all regular troops, so the CSA regular army, which is pretty awesome. And we'll be sending these guys to give some much needed help in the Eastern Theatre. So I've had a request for the 10th Irish Tennessee Brigade, but unfortunately I've got no more troops available from Tennessee just now. This is the last brigade that went in, and these guys are going to be the Tennessee Hog Drivers. So they're supposed to be under James Archer, but I cannot find Archer anywhere here. I'm just not seeing him available. I don't know if I'm being blind. So I've sorted this by alphabetic, and he's just not here. Let's have a look, unless he's assigned somewhere already. I can't remember giving him a command. Archer's one of those guys I quite like. I am not seeing him anywhere. I mean, I don't know if it's possible to search for commanders, but I really don't know. I just have no idea where he is. It's pretty damn annoying. I know he's not dead, and he's definitely in game. I've come across him somewhere in this playthrough, but I'm not seeing him. I don't get it. It's annoying me that I can't find Archer. John C. Brown. Now, Oh, he's already assigned to someone else. So somebody else wanted this guy as their commander, but he's here at least, so I'll be able to switch him around. He's with Brown's... Oh, he's a division commander, so maybe I can't. But we'll see. But anyway, this is not for him. I'm trying to find Archer, but I can't find Archer at all. I'm sure I've just been blind if you've spotted him, if you know where he is, or what rank he might be, or why I'm missing him. I really genuinely have no idea. But for now, let's go with Cadmus M. Wilcox. We'll stick him in command there for now until I can find Archer. And this is going to be the Tennessee Hog Drivers. Alright, cool. So those guys are recruiting in. We're going to move out Graham and Anderson, and we'll get back to the campaign. Oh, actually, before I get on, there was another unit request I'm going to pop in now. It's from Randall, long-time viewer of the channel. So he wants his unit to be called the Ozark Mountain Daredevils. I'm going to put them in for him now. Let's get some recruits on the go. That is, of course, if I've got any troops available. Ah, we have got enough guys for an artillery battery, of course. Nice. Hiram Bledsoe was the requested commander. Let's see if I can find him somewhere. Alright, so Hiram Bledsoe is not available either. He's not here. I'm not seeing him. Oh, there's Archer, though. So we know he's there, anyway. That's something, but he's from Maryland, so maybe that's why... he's a veteran, so I don't know. I don't really know why he can't command that unit from before. But I'm not seeing anybody... I'm not seeing Bledsoe. Again, I could just be being blind, of course. It's absolutely possible that I've just missed him, but I'm not seeing him. I've been through these guys. What I'll do, I'll give him someone else for now. If you've spotted him, let me know, and I'll put him in for you. I'm going to go with Mansfield Lavelle for now. He's got some decent stats. He's artillery experienced, West Pointer, and he's a veteran. So I'm going to put him in there for now. I hope that'll do for you. And we're going to change the name, of course. There we are, the Ozark Mountain Daredevils. I can't find the guy, so Mansfield Lavelle it is for now. If I've missed him, then hopefully someone will just point out where he is, or if you even just let me know what rank he is in the list if you've come across him, but I can't see him anywhere. So what have we got in terms of weapons for these guys? Not much. Let's go with 12-pound iron Napoleons, and we'll upgrade those to something better if we ever get anything better. So there you are. We've got those guys ready in the Trans-Mississippi, and they will go off either into Van Dorn's or Price's force. If you've got a preference, do let me know. They'll fight in Missouri. Now, we did find Archer. I'm going to put him in. If we can. There he is. He's not available. Why not? Is it because he's from Maryland? I don't know, but I can't put him in, okay? So Archer is a no-go for these guys, which is disappointing. No. It's because he is assigned to Fort Gibson. Okay, I'll sort that out. He is not assigned to Fort Gibson. Well, it turns out he's not assigned there at all. He must have been assigned there for a while, but I can't put him in anywhere. I can't put him in with anything or anywhere. It's really bugging us. I don't get it. I mean, I've got unassigned ticked. There he is, but he's not allowed. He could because he's a volunteer from Maryland. I really don't know. But he's a no-go anyway. Sorry about that. So let's crack on with the campaign a little. Oh, first let's move these guys out. The 213 regulators. They're going to serve in Forrest's division. They'll make their way there under their commander, Richard H. Anderson. And we've got Robert Graham. Where are we going to put him? He's going to join Polk's division in Van Dorn's Western Army. So that's Graham's Legion. We're going to take Polk up to 26,000 almost. Okay. So we've got a few more units in here. Sorry for the rambling on. As always, this video is chaptered, of course. So if you didn't want to watch any of those bits, and hopefully you found the chapter parts and gone ahead to where you wanted to go. So the plan remains. We're going to see if we can sort of see it out for the summer here. I don't really want another major battle if I can help it. We've had quite a lot happening this summer. It's been all go, but let's press play here and get started with this campaign and keep cracking on with it. We're hugely outnumbered in the east, like absolutely massively outnumbered. We've taken Grafton, Virginia. Now, I don't really want to do anything with that. If anyone comes and challenges Garnett there, we'll probably just end up pulling out. We're starting to suffer a bit with finances. We're on just an A rating, which, you know, it's not amazing. I'm going to order us another 16 Williams guns. I don't want too many. I'm going to see what the difference is. 81 days. 68 days. Okay, well, let's order 32. It's going to cost us $1 million, and it's going to take 81 days. They're quite handy, these Williams guns. I like them. We've got some 24-pounders on order, but they're going to be a while still. 13 days. That's it in terms of orders. We can't really order anything else. We've got 5 parrots available. I don't know if we've got any units small enough to give them to. Probably not, but we must have captured them in that last battle. Other than that, we've not got anything really weapons-wise. We've got some reboards on order. They're going to be another 70 days for 10,000. Let's just crack on. So the Virginia HQ is on the march down here towards Fort Monroe. They're going to engage Fort Monroe. We've got a whole bunch of ships in harbour. I'm going to start making some more squadrons, and we'll see if we can cause some issues. And actually what we're going to do as well, we are going to lay the foundations for a new ironclad, casemate ironclad ram. We're going to build another one of those. They're expensive. $500,000. It's going to take a while, but they're very powerful ships. Hopefully you'll see action maybe later this year, but probably more like 63. Time's going to press on. We've got Joe Johnston pushing up here, making a nuisance of himself in Illinois. The Western Army is pushing back down here to give the Missouri State Guard a bit of more support because they are facing a lot of troops here. The Army to the southwest is on the march, but they're kind of pulling back, I think. Was it? Nah, these are the guys we just defeated, I think. I'm not sure, but anyway. Oh, they've taken our depot. I mean, how? How? That's our depot. Oh, let's flip back. No artillery ammunition in there, though. Oh, let's just slow this down. We've got something happening. Oh, the Virginia HQ is preparing for the siege. Okay. There's a 50% chance of victory. Okay. So nothing amazing, but let's see how that goes. We are well under blockade here. Some very effective, some not so much. There's a bunch of Union armies everywhere. I mean, there's so many armies around. It's mental. It's absolutely crazy. Their national morale is on 46. We did take Washington. I'm sure they're going to take that back. So there's the Savannah Squadron. I'm going to put a few more ships in here. Although, they're probably just going to get wasted. It's kind of a waste of time attacking these fleets. What I would like to do, I'd just like to disrupt the fleets without actually fully engaging them. I don't know why we've always got to engage in a battle. Like, if I'm raiding, I don't want to be engaging in a full-scale fight. Just go in and nip in with your fast-moving ships, fire some shots off, and then get the hell back out of there. But that's not how it works, so we'll end up just losing the ships. It feels like a complete waste of time, if I'm honest. Price has arrived. Van Dorn is pulling back. That's going to give us a nice, secure little base here. Not much in the way of artillery ammunition or anything like that. Well, Cincinnati, Ohio is also in our control, which is pretty crazy. So I've made a whole bunch of new fleets here ready to go out as scouting squadrons. We're going to put them on the rivers and see if we can give us a bit more access to things, a bit more vision. Heinemann has been rehabilitated, alright. Right, so this is the attack on Fort Monroe. Let's see how this goes. Got plenty of ammunition. Maybe we'll go on a little offensive here. Graham's Legion is due to arrive in 3 days, so perhaps we'll push out when they get there. Yeah, so it suggests that if you put a raid on, the fleet will operate opportunistically against smaller detachments of ships within enemy blockading fleets. The fleet will automatically engage any blockading fleets within its command radius, and after the raid, it will disengage and return to port. But let's put this on. Let's just watch how quickly it gets destroyed. You would think it's just going to be a small-scale attack that's not going to end up with your fleet wrecked, but let's just see what happens here. The last time I did this, the whole fleet was just disintegrated. Okay, so it's even pulled in the other fleet there as well. Oh, Fort Monroe, 41% chance of victory. How can that be? Okay, so we are doing this here. They've got a few little steamers in there as well, but, you know, let's just see. Let's see how this goes. Speed it up slightly. Yeah, so there we are. Look, our brigs are getting wrecked. Disabled. So we did nothing. Or at least we didn't lose any ships, actually, so that was better than usual. They're still blockading, though, so it did nothing, really. So we didn't lose anyone. That's fine. I mean, that's kind of what you expect, and we'll keep on heading out and hitting with them. We've got all our ships still. That's nice. It's better than I expected, to be honest. Yeah, so this is a disaster. Routed. Let's retreat. They're not going to take that. It's not working. Yeah, defeat. Okay, it's fine. So we suffered a bunch of casualties here. A couple of hundred. Actually, more than I would have thought. 900. Okay, well, that's fine. They've all lost their first combat debuff. But we didn't take Fort Monroe, which sucks. It means that we can't really move our fleet out here because they'll get wrecked by the fort. Right. So what we'll do is we'll let these guys rest up. We'll combine them with this Army of Virginia and we'll push on it again. Let's get the 16th Volunteer Infantry out of there, though. We'll get them into a real fighting command. And the Baton Rouge Boys also. So the Baton Rouge Boys, they're going to join Richard Ewell's division. And the 16th Volunteer Infantry, they're going to join Hampton's division in Jackson's Corps. All right, so that's nice. And these other guys are just going to stay put right where they are. They'll be getting supported by these dudes under Cooper when we push on Fort Monroe once again. So we've got two large forces here. We can spot the Army of Ohio with 25,000 men. And another army, Illinois, 22,000 men. So that's a lot of men. So maybe an offensive down here would be a mistake. We'll hold our own down here. We've got plenty of troops, 40-odd thousand of them, and I'm quite happy with that. Van Dorn and Price both done a nice job so far holding the line. We've got some more guys recruiting in, of course, but not too many because we haven't got that many troops and we haven't got that much money and we haven't got much equipment. So that kind of stuff kind of makes problems. A recruitment crisis. The Union unable to fill the ranks. I've not seen this before. The Congress in an emergency meeting. I don't know what this means. The number of recruits available has fallen so low that forming new regiments has all but ceased around the nation. The President and the Congress have started drafting and implementing new recruitment laws. I don't know what this means in terms of the game. I mean, obviously, I know what it means. It means they can't get more troops. But I don't know if this was because they've implemented something or simply have they run out of men. Their national support's higher than ours. Ours was 81. They have now got 250,000 in the field to our 188,000, so a lot more troops than we've got. I'm baffled as to why their national support is so high, though. So propaganda is not available yet. We do have some military policies available, though, but nothing that I want to do. Well, I would like to do cast artillery, but I want some cavalry weapons. That's what I'm waiting for. Soon. Real soon. Okay, let's press on. What policy are we working on, actually? Oh, yes, we will letters of marque. So when that's done, we're probably going to go with Militia Act 3. We're going to need some new recruits, and I want to form a 3rd Corps in Tennessee. Oh. McClellan's come across for another scrap. Okay, well, that seems a bit of a silly move, considering they've got less than 20,000 men with 6 guns. They're going to take on the Western Army and the Missouri State Guard with over 40,000 men and 96 guns. fine. I'm happy to beat those guys. However, there's a depot being built down here. That means there's another army, and are they going to push around behind us? Possibly. We're going to have to split our guys again. It's still a tough campaign, this. It's like, support's a problem. Manpower's a bit of a problem. Equipment's a problem. Money, I've been very, very careful with money. We have not built much stuff, as you may have noticed if you followed along. But anyway, I'm going to leave this now. We're going to go watch this. We're going to go with the next campaign. With the next episode, sorry. We'll have this battle. But for now, I hope you're having a great day, whatever you're doing. If you did like the video, do please like it. If you like this sort of content, leave a subscribe and come back for more. This is, like I say, it's like episode 12 of this series, and there's a bunch of other Grand Tactician series that have already completed. Also, if you're following this along, like kind of live as they drop, just a quick note that coming Friday, today is Tuesday, on Friday, I am off on holiday for a week, so I'll try and schedule an episode or two while I'm away, but if I can't, I can't. You know, it's one of them things. I do have to work as well, but we are away on holiday on Friday for a week. Going to see some nice sights around the Yorkshire Dales, just south of where we live. We're staying there for a week, and we're going to hopefully check out some battlefields as well. I'd like to see the battlefield at Stamford Bridge and Fulford, if there's any of that available. Still foreseen, I'm not really sure. We'll have a little look, but I love that kind of thing. Those battlefields of 1066 are something that I'm interested in. I love the 1066 campaign. There's so many what ifs in there. It's something I really enjoy checking out. So anyway, that's a whole different story. But if there's a little bit less content next week, that's why. It's because I'm away. I'll try and put some up, but if I can't, I can't. You know, I'll be back in a week's time. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Hopefully you're having a good day. Catch you later. Ta-ra for now.